In December 2015, Netflix released a true crime documentary series that would captivate audiences worldwide and ignite discussions about the justice system. Making a Murderer delves into the convoluted and controversial case of Steven Avery, a man from Manitowoc County, Wisconsin, who was convicted of a heinous crime, exonerated, and then later found guilty of another shocking crime. This 10-episode series, created by filmmakers Ricciardi and Moira, has not only become a cultural phenomenon, but has also raised important questions about the criminal justice system, the presumption of innocence, and the power of documentary storytelling. The case of Steven Avery. The story at the heart of Making a Murderer begins with Steven Avery, a working-class man from Manitowoc County, Wisconsin. In 1985, Avery was wrongfully convicted of sexual assault and attempted murder, a crime he did not commit. He spent 18 years behind bars before DNA evidence proved his innocence, leading to his exoneration in 2003. This initial miscarriage of justice forms the foundation of the series and sets the stage for the subsequent events. Wrongful conviction and exoneration. Avery's wrongful conviction serves as a stark example of the flaws within the criminal justice system. Despite the absence of concrete evidence tying him to the crime, Avery was found guilty primarily based on eyewitness testimony. His journey from a prison cell to freedom is a testament to the perseverance of his family and the power of DNA evidence, which ultimately revealed that another man was responsible for the crime. Saga, the lawsuit against Manitowoc County. Upon his release, Steven Avery filed a lawsuit against Manitowoc County seeking compensation for the lost years of his life. The lawsuit alleged misconduct on the part of the county's law enforcement officials and sought to hold them accountable for his wrongful imprisonment. This legal battle added another layer of complexity to the case, creating tension between Avery and local law enforcement. The Teresa Halbach murder. Just 2 years after his exoneration, Steven Avery found himself entangled in another criminal case, this time accused of the brutal murder of Teresa Halbach, a local photographer. Making a Murderer examines the investigation, trial, and subsequent conviction of Avery and his nephew, Brendan Dassey, for Halbach's murder. The investigation. The documentary meticulously dissects the investigation led by the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department. It highlights the controversial involvement of the same law enforcement agency that was at odds with Avery due to his previous lawsuit against them. Questions arise regarding potential bias, conflict of interest, and whether evidence may have been tampered with to secure Avery's conviction. Brendan Dassey's confession. One of the most heart-wrenching aspects of the series is the portrayal of Brendan Dassey, Steven Avery's intellectually challenged nephew, who was implicated in Halbach's murder based on a controversial confession. Making a Murderer raises concerns about the validity of Dassey's confession, with many viewers believing that it was coerced by law enforcement officers during interrogations. The trial and conviction. The trial of Steven Avery and Brendan Dassey is at the center of the series. Viewers witness the prosecution's case, the defense's arguments, and the jury's ultimate decision to convict both men. The presentation of evidence, the strategies employed by the attorneys, and the role of the media all come under scrutiny. Public reaction and legal battles. Making a Murderer had an immediate and profound impact on public opinion, leading to passionate debates about the guilt or innocence of Steven Avery and Brendan Dassey. Public outcry and online activism. The series ignited a wave of public support for Avery and Dassey, with many viewers convinced that they were wrongfully convicted once again. Online communities formed, petitions were circulated, and social media campaigns emerged, all aimed at raising awareness about the case and advocating for their release. The legal battles continue. Following the release of the series, Steven Avery and Brendan Dassey continued to fight for their freedom through the legal system. Appeals, post-conviction petitions, and new evidence have all played a role in the ongoing legal battles. Making a Murderer provides updates on these developments, keeping viewers engaged in the unfolding saga. Ethical and legal questions. Making a Murderer raises a multitude of ethical and legal questions that extend beyond the specifics of the Steven Avery and Brendan Dassey cases. Making a Murderer stands as a powerful and thought-provoking documentary series that has left an indelible mark on both the true crime genre and discussions surrounding the criminal justice system. By meticulously examining the case of Steven Avery and Brendan Dassey, the series challenges viewers to consider the complexity